Welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we're going to talk to you about a very worthwhile charity called Quilts of Valor. Now, Quilts of Valor is kind of a North America thing because we have one here in Canada. It's, Canada-wide, and there's one in the United States. So today we're going to talk to you about different charities and fundraisers and what kind of things you can do. The show notes will hold both websites, the Quilts of Valor for Canada and the Quilts of Valor for the US. But it also, when you go into those websites, they will direct you to your local chapter so you can help out if you feel this is a good idea. Besides, I think you guys needed a little break for the nosegay so long so you can keep sewing and maybe catch up a little bit. The other person I want to talk to you about is Pola. Pola Quilting is a YouTube channel, and she is active. Like she puts up, she's doing kind of a sew-along today. Anyways, she posted the darling take on my potato chip block. So I'm going to have her link down below in the show notes. All you have to do is go to see more and click that link, and it'll open up to big show notes. Now, if you're using a different device other than a laptop, let's say an iPad or a phone or whatever, yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm not the techie in the family. My husband is. Now, we also have a Facebook group, and that Facebook group right now, by the time this drops, I'm not sure if we're going to be voting on our next sew date for November or whether the voting's done. So if you want to come to a virtual sew date that's held on Zoom, you are welcome to attend. And the Zoom link and the Facebook group will all be in the show notes as well. So come on in, let's get to the sewing. Okay, so what I did is I bought 5 Quilts of Valor blocks, and I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So this is where my blocks will go back to these people. Like the hug blocks in Canada, I guess, I don't know if this is a Canada-wide thing or not. If you guys want this explored a little bit more, let us know in the comments below whether you want like more information on Quilts of Valor, US or Canada. I mean, or we can get somebody to speak, hopefully to both. But you have like your little, they have all these cute little patterns, and they, with the hug block, when you buy it, because it's their fundraiser, what happens is that you get all the pieces. So basically it's an open and sew it kind of a block, right? And they give you very clear instructions on how to do them. And I'm going to do the friendship star because I just think the friendship star is the cutest thing ever. And what happens is when you just do blocks, you send them off here in Canada to the address where your chapter is, like, and there it is, right? So that's all you need to do. Now what they do is they sort out all this kind of stuff. So Northcott, I guess, has put this all together. So I guess we do, okay, this one's the middle. This is the middle, and I have to do some cutting on this. Oh no! Okay, so this is the middle, then these go together like this, and we're going to make 2 at a time triangles. I've not opened these. I should probably read. Okay, 4-inch squares, fabric A, fabric B, and a strip. Cut 4 3.5-inch squares out of, so that's this strip. And then you've got a middle one out of a dark fabric or some kind of, like, this is a cute little Canadian leaf, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and I'm going to mark, let's get rid of this, I'm going to mark on the light side where the sewing line should go. So I'm going to put my little magic ruler here, and I'm just going to quickly draw my sew line. And oops, oh, don't move the ruler. So you're making 2 at a time, right? And there we go. I'll line it up right through there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. These are just fun little blocks to do. I think they are. Anyway, so I might have to stop filming here to cut some 3.5-inch blocks because I've got this strip now, but that's okay. It should be that. to do. These are, I was always impressed with them. When I met this lady at the quilt show, I know I haven't gone to a quilt show in so long because of the pandemic. I was excited, but she seemed so nice and we were having such a great time with it. And I thought, okay, I'll pick 5 different blocks. And what I'm going to do, instead of just mailing her the one block back, because I'm just going to use the same pattern to make a 9.5 inch block or more of these, and then mail her a stack of them. And now, in the US, they just want you to do red, white, and blue, right? Because that's their country's colors, which, okay, got it, not a problem. And so with this now, because I've sewn on both sides, I don't know, maybe can you see it there? Not so great. So can you see it there? Yeah. So I'm just going to cut through the middle with the real smallest scissors. And when I was talking to her, she was saying not to use fabric. You can use whatever fabric you want, any color of fabric. Not too much floral, because there's a lot of people that are men, so they want more male themed stuff. No drug or alcohol, no seasonal, forget what else it was. You can check all that out on the website. Now I'm just going to cut these into 4, so because I've got 4 triangles now, and I'm going to cut these into 4 3.5 inch squares, and I'll be right back. So I'm just going to trim off the corners. I got my 4 little blocks cut out of that strip of fabric, so that was good. And this is all, I believe, Northcott Fabric, which is a Canadian cotton manufacturing company. It's I'm not sure if it's our only one or what, but they do a lot of Canadiana. Now the US ones, they do a lot of, like, you know, the stars and stripes and just lovely things like that. So now I'm just going to finger press these over to the dark. I'm just going to move this over this way, just to the dark, and make my star. Just a minute here. How am I supposed to? Yep, make the star spin that way. So what I'm going to do here, just finger press this, nice and neat. Go like this. There. Oh, yeah. Here. Once you get this all laid out, what I do is I piece, like if I was going to be doing this, I'd be doing lots at one time. So because this is just a cute little friendship star, you know, you put your it comes together like a 9 patch. Well, when I have a 9 patch, oh, I can't get you any closer. When I do a 9 patch, what I do is I just lay them out and I put them together like a weave, right? Like I weave them together. So I start at the top and I go this way. Yeah. And now I put this one down. Basically, I leave that little string in between them just to make sure that I have all the pieces going the right way. And I do this with any kind of, you know, constructed, if I have to do a layout, you know, it's just I find it easier to manage then, right? So I'm not sitting there going, wow, how was I supposed to put this out and I've sewed it wrong now, you know, where if I just do it this way, I know I'm going to sew it right and I don't have to worry about it, you know. But these are just cute little blocks and they come together very quickly. So now I'm going to put this all back, lay it all back, put the there in the right spot. And webbing this block makes it so much easier. So now I'm just going to finish off sewing the link. There we go. Now this would go here. And There we go. Lines up nice and neat. Now you could have fun with all of this. You could do quite a few different little things and make quite a few. You don't have to have their fabric, but they tell you, you know, whatever fabric works. You know, Canada is not just does not just do red, white, and blue. We do any color, but they ask that it not be too feminine, right? So, because there's more vets that are men than women, so that's you know. So if you're doing any kind of Quilts of Valor, even for the U.S., you know, you'd be better off checking with them first to see what kind of quilt they want. Now I'm going to push the center in on these blocks when I go this way, because I'm hoping that it'll nest better. There, make my point, very nice. And click off this. Here we go. Yeah, this is some nice fabric that's in these little bundles. And their hug blocks are $2 a piece. I don't know if that's because they're show price or whether that's part of their website. You have to check that out. What I'll be doing is I'll be just doing a bunch of them, and I'll send them off. They're all they use a lot of 9.5 inch blocks, so I'll just go through and get my stuff all figured out. And there we go. The last of this done, and I'll have my block done. And then we can have our big ta-da moment on a Quilts of Valor block. Yeah. I'm not sure what other fundraisers they do, but they are a worthy cause. And some of those vets have done a lot. So what I've done now is I've pressed this block in this way, and these ones now will go. I'm not sure whether it's going to lie flatter if I go in or out, but here we are. So let's get to our ta-da moment. And here we are. That's it. This is our big ta-da. I love friendship stars. I always think they're a beginner block, but they're so cute. Doesn't matter what size they are, they're adorable. The Northcroft fabric here used is just beautiful. But you know, it's got a lovely feel, lovely hand to it. Now, this was very, very quick. I'm going to measure it, make sure it's 9.5, and if it's a little big, I'm going to send it to them a little big, because sometimes they have to trim down and, you know, do stuff to get all these, because everybody sews differently on their sewing machine. So as long as it's 9.5, it'll be good, but if it's a little big, I'm just going to leave it. I am going to make more of these blocks and send them off to the Quilts of Valor people, because they probably need some extra, they might need some extra help in this economy right now. So anyways, what do you think? Let us know. Let us know if you want somebody to come on to our channel and speak about Quilts of Valor, whether it be the Canadian or the US, or someone that knows both, right? I mean, that would be really great for us to get you guys talking about making quilts or quilt blocks for the Canadian or the US Quilts of Valor groups. So let us know what you think. I hope you have a fabulous day ahead. It's been so much fun and enjoying and chatting with you guys today about this worthy charity. Okay, take care. My husband and I would love to thank you for coming along with us on our little fun adventure here that we're having. We do have a Facebook group now, and that Facebook group is got some very, very talented quilters in there, and we love sharing and you know, posting pictures and commenting, and it's been a lot of fun. And the advantage of the Facebook group is sometimes I drop patterns in there early, so you kind of get a hint as to what is coming next. After the nosegay sew along, we're going to be doing curves boot camp right away. So we'll get you sewing those curves, and it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of interesting little blocks that we've got to work on. But we would like you to share, like, and subscribe. Telling your friends about us and letting them know that you kind of like our channel, that means so much to us here. So you take care. You have a fabulous week ahead. Okay, bye.